Hey guys, happy Tuesday night. I hope all is well in your world. It is all well here at Enough Said Sports as we come to you yet again with another preview and prediction, this time for Game 5 in the Eastern Conference Finals. It's going to be the Atlanta Hawks traveling to play the Milwaukee Bucks there in Game 5 there in Milwaukee. It's going to be on Thursday, July the 1st, 2021. 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on TNT. Man, the Hawks got me again. This time they got me with the injury report. For those of you who got to take advantage of the Wounded Tiger Theory alert that came out about 20 minutes before tip-off of this contest, kudos to you for holding your water and not betting this game early. I want to personally apologize to all of you guys out there who bet this game early. That is completely on me. I apologize for that. I always say it. I've said it before. When you win, you win. You lose, you learn. And tonight I learned, unfortunately. I had the right call on the Wounded Tiger Theory alert. And for those of you who don't know what a Wounded Tiger Theory alert is, it is the second time I've called a Wounded Tiger Theory alert since the existence of this channel, and we have hit both times. Unfortunately, in this case, I was fooled by numerous reports out there saying that Trae Young was healthy, saying that Trae Young was feeling good even though he was a little sore, that he was absolutely going to play tonight. And as a matter of fact, I even read a report up to 2 hours before tip-off stating that he was ready to go. And Coach McMillan said he was feeling good. So I was absolutely shell-shocked when I found out that Trae Young was not going to play in this game. I knew immediately we were in serious trouble because the Wounded Tiger Theory alert hits at over 90% of the time. It is a very, very high probability to hit. Why it hits, I don't know. There is no analysis for this. There is no why it hits the way that it does. There's none of that. For whatever reason, when the best player goes down on a team, the very next game, that team rises up and plays. They play out of their mind. You got Capella hitting shots from behind the backboard. You got Lou Williams just dancing on people. Bogey, hadn't made a shot all series, raining threes. Herder balling out. I mean, the list just goes on and on, man. I just, and the whole time, that it was excruciating for me to watch because I knew from the tip-off that the Atlanta Hawks were going to win this game based upon that Wounded Tiger Theory alert. It is a phenomenon in sports. It goes across all sports. I do not know what that is. It is something I don't know. But I do know this. Never overreact to a Wounded Tiger Theory game. All right? So I want you guys to understand that clearly. All right? Don't overreact to what you saw tonight. I know that it looked bad on the Milwaukee Bucks. I know. I get it. Trust me, I saw every second of the game. It looked terrible. And the Atlanta Hawks looked like world beaters tonight. I know that. But the Atlanta Hawks will come back down to earth in Game 5. Whether Trae Young is there or whether Trae Young is not, they will come back down to earth. So hear me. Hear me again. Whether Trae Young plays or whether he does not, they will crash back down to earth with a huge thud. Okay? The Wounded Tiger Theory alert only applies to one basketball game and one basketball game alone. Or football game, if it's the football or hockey game or baseball. It's one game. That's it. After that, they don't play the same way again. Okay? So tonight, from an analysis standpoint, there's not a whole lot, I'm going to give you analysis-wise because when there's a Wounded Tiger Theory, it supersedes all analysis. It supersedes all reason. It supersedes everything that you think you know. And I'm telling you, it is the strangest phenomena I have ever experienced in sports. And tonight it was on full display. I hope a lot of you guys got to take advantage of the alert. Here's another thing, guys. Please follow me on Twitter. I'll leave it in the description on every video. Okay. Here's why you need to follow me on Twitter. Because if something like this pops up unexpectedly, okay, YouTube is slow about alerts. They don't always get out, and if you're not, perusing the comments on other videos or whatever, you might miss it. And when you miss it, it can cost you money. I'm not telling you to follow me on Twitter because I want a bunch of followers. I'm telling you to follow me on Twitter because if you follow this channel, the information is beneficial to you, for you to follow me on Twitter so that you can get instantly updated when something like this pops off, and then you have an opportunity to hedge your bet. I didn't get the chance to hedge mine by the time I found out about it and uploaded the video. I didn't get a chance to get to my betting account, or I would have hedged it, but I wasn't able to get to it in time to hedge my bet and put money on the Atlanta Hawks and cancel out my earlier bet on the Milwaukee Bucks. But even in situations where you need to hedge your bet, meaning if you bet one way and then something like this transpires and you need to flip to the other side, you can go ahead and do that as expeditiously as possible. Please, guys, follow me on Twitter. I don't have a lot of you guys don't follow me on there. And you miss out on these alerts, and these alerts are really important because a lot of times you'll get fooled by injury reports. The other thing is when there's injuries in a game, let this be a lesson to you. If there's injuries in a game before, wait to bet that game until you absolutely know whether or not somebody's playing. And they got me on this one. I've never seen a guy return to a game like Trae Young did. Have multiple reports saying that he was going to be just fine, and then turn around and not play. So, it was pretty bad. Now, I will analyze a couple things. One, I thought Atlanta's defense was unbelievable tonight. I thought that was the difference in the game. They were up in the Milwaukee Bucks. The energy was unbelievable, and the Milwaukee Bucks did not match their intensity. And if you want to try to make some sense of the wounded tiger theory, one thing I will tell you is that the level of intensity is just not there from the team that's going up against a team without its star, because it's human nature to have a letdown in that situation. You don't have a healthy enough fear of a team whenever their star is down, and yeah, I mean it always seems to bite people in the behind. So. With that being said, though, guys, again, follow me on Twitter. I'm leaving it in the description. Let this be a lesson to you and to me as well. I'll tell you this: here in Game 5, I will not be betting this game until I find out the status on Giannis. Obviously, we all saw him go down with a hyperextended left knee. I would anticipate he's going to play. I think he could have came back in tonight. I think he came back from the locker room and realized that the game was out of hand and his presence was not going to change the outcome at that point. They were going to lose this game anyway. It wouldn't have mattered if he was healthy or not. They were going to lose tonight. And, unfortunately, he realized that, his presence wasn't going to help this team at this point. So that's why he went on back to the locker room and packed it in for the night. We'll see what happens tomorrow. But I will say this. If Giannis is out for the Milwaukee Bucks, it is going to be another wounded tiger theory alert game. But this time it's going to be in favor of the Milwaukee Bucks. So let's do it like this, okay? Right now, the very, very early point spread in this game is Milwaukee, okay, -7. All right, that's what it is right now. I think that's going to probably change drastically if Giannis does end up going. I think it could end up going up another point or so. I think this is assuming that both Trae Young and Giannis are going to both be on the court. And that's why they set it this way, the over-under right now. is 218.5. And again, this is a very early line and very, very much subject to change. So I'm gonna give you two predictions here. One, well, first I'm gonna give you a piece of advice. One, let's not make the same mistake again. Let's wait until tip off. All right. Let's wait until we absolutely know who's playing in the game before we place our bet. And in that way, you can place your bet as soon as that information is available to you. I would suggest not placing it any time before that, okay? Whether Trae Young plays or not, hear me on this. Whether Trae Young plays or not, Atlanta is going to lose this next game, okay? They're going down. There's no question about it. All right. On the other side, you got Giannis. Okay. Here's the deal. You want to wait to bet this game because if Giannis doesn't go, the spread, and Trae Young does go, the spread is going to be much smaller. Okay. It's going to be probably 3 points, 4 points. You're going to want to take advantage of that. Milwaukee will cover this, whether Giannis plays or not. So whether it's -7, they're going to cover it. Whether it's -4, they're going to cover it. I know that's hard to digest because of what you just saw tonight. And here's another thing, guys. Here's another nugget really quick. A lot of my predictions, a lot of these things sound very, very unconventional a lot of times, okay? You're going to say to yourself, man, that doesn't make sense. Listen to me. I've been doing this a very long time. For those of you who have followed my channel for any length of time, you know how accurate I am most of the time, okay? And a lot of times, the more outlandish I sound, the more accurate it is generally. So I'm telling you, based on experience of losing myself and knowledge of studying the game and studying not only the game itself for analysis, but also understanding how Vegas is, okay, and how they set you up. Vegas is going to set people up on this next game. They're going to make it very, very inviting for people to get on the Hawks. I wouldn't be surprised if Giannis plays if this line goes to about 9, okay? That is going to be a double alert, okay? That's also going to be a cheese alert if Giannis plays and this line goes up above 9 points. They're going to be begging you to take the Atlanta Hawks in this next game. They're going to have people convinced that Atlanta, what you saw tonight, is something that they can duplicate. I assure you it is not. It is a one-off situation. So hear me when I tell you this, guys. Hear me. Milwaukee is going to win this next game. They're going to cover it, whether it's a smaller spread without Giannis, because then it'll be a wounded tiger, or a larger spread with Giannis and be over 9-point favorites. It's going to be a cheese alert. So be aware. Follow me on Twitter. I'll keep you up to date as I know. And again, my apologies for those of you who bet this game early. I gave you that advice. I apologize for that, just because I really thought Trae Young would play. So with that being said, I apologize, guys. Sorry about that, but we'll learn from it. We'll grow from it, and we'll get better. And at least we did hit on the Wounded Tiger theory for a lot of good. It did us tonight for those of us who bet the game early. But for those of you who got to take advantage of the Wounded Tiger theory, it was a huge hit for you tonight on the money line with the Hawks, and you got the cover. So it was pretty awesome. So thanks, guys, as always. Appreciate all the support. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you have questions, please reach out to me. I'm more than glad to answer any questions. If you guys are confused about any of these theories or any of these alerts, I'm more than happy to answer the question. I do have a day job, so I don't answer quickly sometimes, but I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. We're excited. We're growing. Thank you so much for all your support, and I will talk to you again really soon. I'm going to drop the NBA parlay of the day for June 30th here momentarily. Thanks, guys.